Hey, TVs, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it is so rocking to be back with you. Well, here we are, guys. It is Sunday. It is the day of the sun. And I hope wherever you are, you're getting that beautiful sunlight. I know we're here in Virginia. It is just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful day. Anyways, I was thinking today about, the power of the sun. And I thought, the sun really has a greater influence than I think sometimes we realize. In Wicca, many of us like to focus on the moon and the moon goddess. But, we also have to remember that there's the great balance of the sun as well. And, as somebody who studies astrology, the sun is a major, major factor in astrology. In fact, all of the signs of the zodiac are part of the sun. They're the sun signs. And throughout the year, the sun rotates through all 12 signs of the zodiac. And that's why we have the big zodiac wheel. In fact, let me put the zodiac wheel up here for you. So as you can see, this is a major factor in our lives. And, I was speaking of astrology, I was looking at the alignments today, and I wanted to kind of go over some of them with you guys. Now, today is the 27th of November, and, this upcoming week has a lot of interesting transits. Today, our moon is in the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is a wonderful sign because it deals with the deep mystery. Scorpio is, interestingly, a water sign. So it means that you'll be more in touch with your inner self, your inner emotions. And it's interesting because it has a lot of fiery energy, even though it's a water sign. So you may feel very strong and passionate about your ideas today. And I think you should focus on how you feel. Let that inspiration take you places. Now, we've also got here, the moon is square Mars. Now, that can be a challenging aspect because Mars tends to bring up volatility and hostility, and it's not being shown in a favorable light today. So today might be a better day to be more solitary. Don't try to go out and get involved in big group activities because you may find people are a little more oversensitive. And I think that Scorpio moon tends to bring up a lot of emotions for a lot of people. And with that Martian aspect, probably a better day just to chillax, okay? Now, we also have the moon, which is sextile Pluto. And that's actually a favorable sign because the moon sextile Pluto means that you'll have a kind of a sense of the long-distance vision. So, be open to those inspirations, those messages, those channelings that come through today. And you're going to have a gift today of seeing into the far distance, like the next 10 years or 20 years. Okay, so trust that energy. We also have the moon sextile Venus, which is a wonderful combination because that means that you're going to look good. There's going to be kind of a sense of feeling in control within yourself and being in a place of centeredness. And Venus means openness of the heart. I feel that this openness of the heart, though, is more in relation to how you feel internally about things rather than necessarily romantic energies. But if you should get invited on a date today, go for it. Now, this week that lunar energy is still powerful because tomorrow we're going to also be in the sign of Scorpio. And tomorrow the moon moves into the sign of Sagittarius in the afternoon around 4:30. So you're going to feel tomorrow a shift of energies where it's going to be more like, I'm ready now to go out and get my gold. So today is better as a strategic planning day. Tomorrow, most of the day, you want to kind of take it slow. By the evening time, you can start to get things going. You should see a pickup socially as well as in the business area starting tomorrow evening, okay? Now, going into the rest of the week, we have a lot of strong Sagittarian energy. And on Tuesday, the moon and sun are aspecting each other. Actually, the sun aspects the moon. There's conjunct to the moon, which just means that the sun and the moon are the lights of the zodiac, it means there'll be a sense of balance. And, you know, Tuesday is generally ruled by Mars, but there doesn't show any negative Martian aspects. In fact, the moon is sextile Mars on Tuesday, and Mars rules that day. So that's going to be a good day for negotiations, for trying to get things done. There won't be a lot of blocks or hostility, okay? And going into Wednesday, we still have the moon in Sagittarius. Now, on Wednesday also we've got the moon sextile Jupiter, which really talks about prosperity. So from midweek forward, you're going to start to see a little more in the money area, a little more in the blessing area. Now remember, blessings don't have to just be limited money. They can be blessings of friendship, blessings of love, blessings of, you know, good food and good friends. So be open to blessings, and that energy carries on into the weekend. So this next week, you know, I want you to think about the power of the zodiac. We've got the sun and the moon. And as I said, today is Sunday, the day of the sun. If you want to tune to solar energy, probably the best thing you can do is literally go outside and stand under the sun, okay? I know a lot of people who like to get up and watch the sunrise. Now, I myself, I prefer watching the sunset. I'm more of a night person, but occasionally I'll get up early and I'll watch that sunrise. So maybe if you're traveling and you think, well, I don't have time to do a whole ritual because we've got a full day, make your ritual, just take 5 or 10 minutes, watch that sunrise, attune to that solar power. Think about how much life force the sun gives to the earth. You know, I was reading an article recently, and it was talking about how in a lot of the third world countries, children are born with rickets. Rickets is a vitamin D deficiency, an inability to process vitamin D, and that oftentimes is connected to exposure to sunlight. So if somebody, you know, is pregnant and they spend all their time in a dark little place and never get in the sun, their chances of their child having rickets as well as themselves increases dramatically. So the sun is actually, just walking under the sun is also life affirming, and it gives life energy and nurture to the body. You can actually absorb nutrients for the body through sunlight. See, you know, in the last few years, because everybody's been so concerned about skin cancer, and they're saying, don't go in the sun, you know, wear SPF 600. You know, I'm not saying don't take precautions, but I think that there's become such a fear energy around the sun that it's made people disconnected from the beauty of that energy. And so on this Sunday, I'm going to think about the sun, and I'm going to tune to the solar energies. Well, guys, listen, Say Bob's got a day of reading, so I got to keep it short. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Hope you'll like this, favorite it, share it with your friends. Let's get out the word about Spirit Channel. If you can, hit subscribe, be part of our scene. I hope wherever you are, you have a blessed and beautiful Sunday.